completely his fault. But to be and he hasn't been in the league. He's been in the league 4 years, but he looked like the same Mahomes he did last year in the Super Bowl. I think teams kind of figured him out. They came out there. I mean, and I can't put it all Mahomes. What I will say is this: the second half adjustments by the defensive coordinator, I think Lou, whatever his name is, Amaro, were just phenomenal. So basically, the Bengals in the first half were playing a soft coverage. For pretty much the most of the first half, they were kind of saying, "Hey, look, throw it short. We'll live with you throwing the dink and ducks." And Mahomes took them. But the biggest thing that the Chiefs didn't do in the first half and the second half was continue to run the ball. They abandoned the run, and the Bengals, what they did continuously throughout the game was they ran the ball. Whether it was they were down by 11 points and they were still giving the mix-in. Of course, we understand the Bengals, the run opens up the pass, but they continued to run the ball. Mahomes is also running in the first half a little bit more. I think that was a big adjustment. But the Bengals also did use this. It's kind of like playing Madden. They used the spy where he was kind of playing a zone with crossing routes over the middle, and they played man coverage. So basically, they were saying, "Hey, go across the middle, throw it to our spy." But the spy was also spying on Mahomes. I think that could have been mitigated if the Chiefs continued to run the ball consistently, and they stuck to the run. They did not do that. So with that as well too. I think the Bengals did a phenomenal job in the second half. And when you think of it, when your defense says, "Hey, look, we're going to shut down, one of the best when your defense literally says, "We're going to shut down one of the best offenses, stats-wise, for the past 2 years," in the second half, except for 3 points, your defense is doing something special. As a quarterback, you owe it to your defense to put points on the board. So, segueing to that, I want to say this: Joe Burrow is an up-and-coming, solid quarterback. Let's understand this, though. He has 3 1,000-yard receivers. T. Higgins, 1,000-yard receiver. Not to mention, he could be a number 1 on anybody's team if he really wanted to. Jamar Chase, he's a rookie, but he's a baller, right? Catching the pill, going deep. He can run the route tree fairly good. He's still not a vet when it comes to finding spots, but he can beat man coverage anytime he wants. And then let's not forget, Tyler Boyd had 2 1,000-yard receivers before Joe Burrow even came. So Joe Burrow is actually playing with three number 1s. So let's not crown him, as well as an amazing run game with Joe Mixon. So Joe Burrow playing solid, right? But let's not crown him, right? Because he had a defense that got him the ball back. And then he also has weapons on offense that are just phenomenal. So because I know how y'all like to act, you like to pump rainbows up these people's butt. You like to put people on pedestals. You like to idolize these people. Calm down. Joe Burrow's solid, but that team is what makes them great, not just one person. So with that being said, the defense getting them the ball back. I mean, they played solid. Not only to mention, they did stop them in overtime as well too. So Chiefs got the ball back. Mahomes once again running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Not making plays. And what happens? The Bengals stop them. So hats off to the defense. They're the true MVPs of that game. But I will say this, and one thing about the Bengals, and I think this does come from Burrow. Joe Burrow is the kid at the park that's always swinging for the fences. And every now and then, he always hits a home run. Right? He gets on the street. That team is rallying behind Joe Burrow. And this is why I do give him credit. He is playing like, hey, look, like we're going for it, like somebody on Madden that just wants to play. He is literally going out there, hey, look, short memory. Joe Burrow has a short memory. He's doing things. He's doing the intangible things, running when he needs to, making plays when he needs to. And I think the essence of a quarterback that he has doing these things that helps him stay in the games is just making the team, hey, look, we got to do it for him. So hats off to the coach as well on offense, making adjustments, continue to stick with the run. When you have a 1,000-yard rusher like Joe Mixon, who, like I said, who's a tank, feed him. He's the one that kind of set things off and stabilized things in the game with that big run in the second quarter as well too. In the third quarter as well too. Second quarter, the touchdown run, second quarter as well too. So I will say this as well too. It will be interesting to see how the Bengals do when they play the Rams. So the Rams.